Activity 2, Game Framework, Game Essential Libraries, and Game Project Setup. So first, Game Framework. A game framework is essentially a collection of tools, libraries, and conventions that help game developers create games more efficiently. It provides a structure and set of functionalities for tasks common to many games, such as rendering graphics, handling input from players, managing game states, and more. Popular game frameworks include Unity, Unreal Engine, Pacer, and Godot. So, game framework ay isang system ng software that gives pre-built function classes and iba pang part ng code na ginagamit upang lumikha ng video games. So, next, characteristics of game framework. Abstraction. So, abstraction, game frameworks often provide high-level abstractions for common game development tasks, allowing developers to focus on gameplay rather than low-level details. Next, modularity, which they are typically designed with modular components that can be easily integrated or replaced, allowing for flexibility and customization. So next, cross-platform support. Many game frameworks support multiple platforms, allowing developers to target a wide audience with their games. Next, performance, which is game frameworks are optimized for performance, ensuring smooth gameplay and efficient resource usage. Next, community support. Popular game frameworks usually have active communities of developers who share knowledge, resources, and support each other in game development. Next, documentation. Good game frameworks provide comprehensive documentation, tutorials, and examples to help developers learn and use the framework effectively. Next, asset management, which they often include tools for managing game assets such as graphics, audio, and animations. Next, input handling. Game frameworks provide mechanisms for handling player input from various devices like keyboards, mouse, touchscreens, gamepads, etc. Next, scene management. They offer features for managing game scenes, transitions, and state changes. Next, which is the physics engine integration, which many game frameworks include built-in physics engine or support integration with external physics engines for realistic object interaction and movement. So, these characteristics collectively help game developers create games more efficiently and effectively. So, next, examples of game engines, which is the Unity. Unity is one of the most widely used game development platforms, offering a comprehensive suite of tools for creating both 2D and 3D games. It supports multiple platforms including PC, mobile, console, and web. Unreal Game, which is developed by Epic Games. Unreal Engine is a powerful game engine used for creating fidelity uh, high fidelity 3D games. It's known for its advanced graphics capabilities and is popular among game developers. Godot Engine, which is an open source game engine that is gaining popularity for its flexibility, ease of use, and powerful features. It supports both 2D and 3D game development and is known for its lightweight nature. Next, which is Pacer. Pacer is a fast, free, and open source framework for creating HTML5 games. It's specifically designed for developing 2D games that can be played in web browsers. So last, which is Game Maker Studio, is a popular game development platform that allow developers to create 2D games using a drag and drop interface or a scripting language called Game Maker's language. So these are just a few examples, and there are many other game frameworks available, each with its own strengths, features, and target audience. So, game essential libraries. Game essential libraries are libraries or collections of code that provide fundamental functionalities for game development. These libraries typically include features such as rendering, graphics rendering, audio playback, input handling, physics simulation, and more. So, ang game essential libraries, same din siya sa game framework na naglalaman ng function, classes, at iba pang part ng code na ginagamit para gawing mas madali ang pag-develop ng mga laro. So, example of game engines. Next, which is game project setup. Game project setup refers to the initial process of configuring a development environment for a new game project. This involves setting up the necessary tools, libraries, frameworks, and project structure to begin building the game. So, game project setup refers to the initial stages of creating a video game where developers establish the foundation of the project. So next, which is types of game project setup. Which is solo indie setup. So typically used by solo developers or small indie teams working on smaller scale projects. Small team setup, which is suitable for small teams working on projects with moderate complexity. It includes version control integration, basic asset pipeline setup, and collaborative tools for communication and task management. Large team setup, which is designed for large development teams working on complex projects with extensive content and features. It involves robust version control systems, advanced asset management tools, automated build pipelines, and integration of project management and collaboration tools. Next, which is cross-platform setup, tailored for project targeting multiple platforms such as PC, console, and mobile. Next, which is online multiplayer setup, specifically for games with online multiplayer components. It includes networking libraries, server configurations, and tools for testing network functionality and scalability. Next, which is live service setup, geared towards games with live service elements such as ongoing updates, events, and community engagement. Next, which is VR or AR setup, which is designed for projects targeting virtual reality or augmented reality platforms. It includes integration with VR and AR SDKs, optimization for performance and immersion, and specialized testing environments for VR and AR experiences. So next, which is game jam setup, which is optimized for short-term game development events like game jams. It emphasizes quick setup, rapid prototyping, and minimalistic workflows to maximize productivity within the limited time frame. Next, which is education setup, which is used in educational settings such as game development courses or workshops. So the last one, which is custom setup, tailored to specific needs and preferences of individual teams or projects. It may involve a combination of tools, workflows, and configurations based on unique requirements and constraints. So, each type of game project setup has its own advantages and challenges. And developers often customize their setups based on the specific needs of their projects and teams. So, that's it.